So guys, welcome to Tuesday. Fantastic. The week is already going by so fast when you are trading, man. I don't know. It really amazes me. Like in a blink of an eye, you're already Friday and you're making a lot of money. That's fantastic. Let's go watch Bitcoin. Let me bring that up really quickly, because we know Alex just had. By the way, if you are watching the recording, you need to know that Alex had what, a $4,000 day yesterday, right?
Yeah, bro.
Let's
Up
go.
only.
Up only. And he's going
Love it,
golfing
man.
today. Twice. Love it. Love it.
Twice. Yeah, twice. I'll pay for everybody. Yeah.
Let's go. Perfect. All right, so in our end here, let's bring up Bitcoin really quickly. By the way, gold, it's also pumping. Bitcoin is losing a key support, in my opinion. We're coming back down. Look at this area right here. We are getting very close. I don't have pink boxes, but I do have purple, maybe a little bit more rusty than Alex's. It's a phantom color here. So the point is that we're coming back down into a support area right here. We're not still sure of that if we're going to be jumping in for long at these areas, because we don't have the confirmation. This is what we're looking for. We're looking either for a little bit of, which I don't think we're going to get, but with a little bit of a bearish scenario. Let me draw it again. Bearish scenario, and then come back up, something like that. All right, but if we keep pushing downwards to this area, I believe that we're just gonna have a bounce like that. All right, that will be a little bit dangerous if we don't let it mature, because in that case we could be just creating a dead cat bounce and a lower high. All right, we're talking 4-hour time zones. All right, sorry about that, 4-hour time frames. Another thing that is going on, it is that our oscillator is doing great, still doing great. It's pointing downwards. It's red. It's coming down to the zero line. This is your zero line, by the way. And usually on the zero lines, you'll see that we typically seem to bounce more often than not, right? Either to the upside or to the downside. It is like a support or a resistance for the oscillator. So coming back down here means that we could be looking for some reversals. And the key for those reversals will be the rest of your indicators. Like, for example, your money flow. But money flow, it's pretty cool. It's actually curling back up. It's deep in green, so it means that we still have that sturdy and increasing money influx. And then our volume matrix. So despite we have a rush on money, we do see a little bit of a decreasing volume or quantity in mass quantities volumes, but still we are not in critical levels. What we want to see is that U shape here developing. You see like this movement to the upside, and that will give us just enough time to look for those supports. Areas that I'm looking for support. For some reason I moved my alert. 121, and there's another one right here in 117. Why am I looking at this area right down here if I'm expecting a bounce? Because guys, we always need to have a plan B. Something important is that we could be having an order block right down here. Let's bring up our indicators to see if we actually have it. And 1 second, I need to fix my indicator really quickly. There we go, it's thinking. And there it is. We do have an order block a little bit lower than I was expecting, right where the dynamic reactor is going to be. It is almost a 50-50. So be aware. If we get to this loud order block, first of all, we are going to bounce. All right. Why? Because it is a loud order block. We are going to bounce. How far up? I don't know, because this is the point. We are 50-50, right? It is not soft enough to break it through. It is not hard enough to make a big bounce of it. All right. My guess, all right, and this is based on structure. My guess is that we're going to be losing this trend line in here. All right. With trend line that we don't have now. All right. Why? Let me clear this up really quickly. This trend line, it is a speculation trend line. All right. And let me see if I can clear this up. And let me just make sure that this is locked. Perfect. And one more thing. I need to lock this one here. And this one there. And that will be about it. All right. Perfect. Much cleaner. So look at that. We don't have a pivot. All right. The only pivot that we have is this bottom and this high. And that is being broken right now. All right. This hump or this curve up front to the right pattern, it had played out before. Let's go check that out. For example, where is it? I was just looking at this one. Here we go. Like when we have this big pump, all right, then we need to curl back around and create another line of support, and then out of that we can create a trend line. All right, I know this is not the most precise example. Let me see if I can find another one. I was just looking at it today in the morning, but here it is, I guess. All right, yeah, perfect. So this one in here, we are starting to see that hump. All right, so you can see if we draw a trend line, we're losing the trend line right now or right then. All right, then we put a low at our previous lows at where we found support and resistances, and out of that we bounce, and then we create at that moment the highest high, all right, the all-time high. And then, well, we range for a little. So the same thing has been playing out in here. This is kind of like a hump extending far to the right, out to the right. Okay, so what does that mean? That means that we can still have a bounce, and that bounce I'm estimating to be at 121 200. All right, that is because that is where we have, there we go, a gap in the beginning of what it seems to be a little pause in the market. When we have pauses in the market, that creates liquidity to be grabbed, that creates orders to be taken, that creates order blocks and support and resistances. All right, I mean, if you actually come back in here, you'll see that we have this high, this low. We can actually draw a trend and a support there, and guess what, we do have a support right there, down there, right? And at the top, almost the same. Look at this high, this low, right? So we have manually set our alert and support. So far, no critical levels. It's true that we're losing this trend line for now, all right? So we're losing the current trend, but if we're able to bounce out of here, that will be our next trend line, basically doing something like that. The next important thing will be not creating a double top and losing the next support, basically taking us back down to the loud order block. All right, so it is not happening at this point, guys. All right, it is not a hey, sell it all, it's going to zero, not at all. But if I turn on the rest of my indicators, you'll see that, well, this area gets really cluttered. All right, which means we have a ton of resistance. So just beware. Alex Crypto was mentioning this yesterday. We are on all-time highs. We short all-time highs, and we should be looking for reversals. On his time frame, we're having a fantastic reversal. On my time frame, 4 hours, we're having a somewhat very good retracement. All right. Let me go over a couple of alerts in here, and then I pass it over to you, Alex, which is LDO. Let's go check LDO right now. And by the way, guys, remember, if you guys have any questions, this is the moment. This is your class for Ask Any and all of your questions, trading related, right? Can be configurations, can be setup, can be looking for some tools that you can't find, can be usage for some tools, so on and so forth, right? By the way, shout out to you guys, especially Gare, Rash, Chief Queenbice, Little Fish, who else we got here? Simba, Offshore, what's up, guys? Malik, what's up? Gare, double shout out. Yolan, Red Panda, of course, Daga DT, what's up, my friend? And all of you guys that are joining here. So let's get it. Even if the order block has a bigger bear percentage, well, how big of a percentage is it? It's a 2%. Like, I would tell you, like, in this case, is this half full or half empty, right? Would that make sense? The point with this, it is that there's almost equal buys and equal sells. So when the price action comes in here, depending on how sells and buys are allocated, which are not sells at the top and buys at the bottom, this is just the way that we decided to put the colors, but it depends on how they're allocated. We might have a big bounce and then a little range, or we might have a deeper, right, a deeper point and then the bounce, right? But the point is that this is not going to hold 2 or 3 touches, if that makes sense. Something important about it, it is like, let me show you another order block. For that, we need to go something like sec, right? Or here it is. Oh, by the way, we have a full confirmation here. So boom shakalaka, last class. So just so you know what we were talking about here. So let's clear this up and let's bring up order blocks. All right. Let's see. Come on, order blocks. Don't hide. Where are you guys? All right, let's go to. Hey, we had a freakingly big order block here. Is it gone? All right, whatever. The point is, let me find a big order block in here. All right. So I can show you. The point is that if it's a bigger disparity, like if it's way bigger on the bearish side, well, don't count with more than one bounce, all right? Or more than 2 bounces off of it. Because that means that there's, yes, you still have bullish setups in there, all right? So it's not single-sided, if that answers your question. I'm new to here. I subscribe for Plus Prime. Can anyone tell me how to set up indicators? I receive more than 50 indicators. Perfect. Shivam, that is a class that takes me around 2 hours. So we just have 1 hour for now, but that got you right there. You have important classes. Let me give you a quick overview before I go over that. This is important. You go to your Discord. On your Discord, to your left, you go to your server, Chart Prime, and then you look for important additional content and important classes. That I already give you that important classes thing, all right? You go all the way up right here and click the very first video. Very first thing that I get in here, those videos are out to date because those are version 2.12 and quote unquote, I have version 1.4, so they're outdated. No, that is not. There is a little caveat here, all right? And here's how we build indicators. We try to leave the front end to work the same. Because imagine that every single model of your car have a different way to drive it around, right? That will make you crazy. You know, like relearn every single update of the car, right? To redrive it. So the front end stays the same. The only things that have changed for the easiest, all right, and let me clear this up in here so we don't have that much more noise. It is your trendy. Let's go in here, for example, and all the way right down there, and you'll see that here in signal modes, it says trend mode. Now on your plus, it is called trendy. Let's go. Where is it? Trendy. From trend, right? This is not a buy low, sell high indicator. This shows you when the trend breaks and when you have a shift on the trend. All right, that's it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay. The next thing, and for some reason I just deleted something in here. Yep. Let's get rid of this. Leave. Yeah, Bitcoin. Let's move this. All right, perfect. Much better. For some reason, here it is, the thing. Let me just OK this and save it. We have changed it instead of for you to have 2 things to change. You had at the time trend sensitivity and trend agility. You just scrap trend agility. Just don't use trend agility. It's already baked into your trend sensitivity, which is this one. By the way, little quick tip, I used 43 for Bitcoin for hours. You need to find your own setup. All right? Alexa Crypto uses 8, but that depends on what you're looking at. So just follow the video. That is the only thing that changed. And one more thing you see right here that says Smart Money Concepts right down there.
Right here, it says.
All right, let me see. Smart Money Concepts right down there, right here. Now Smart Money Concepts is not a standalone indicator. It's part of your Market Dynamics Pro. You'll see that you have order blocks, that you have support and resistances right here, so on and so forth. So go watch the video. Those are the only 2 caveats. And then you also see on that Discord that you have the very first class, which is the most important class. All right. And then you watch the third video, which is the updated version. And finally, you can go, for example, take a look at the VRVP that we have, or the zero knowledge strategy. You can start with this one without knowing anything about trading, right? Or you can go and take a look at, for example, in-depth divergences, how divergences work, so on and so forth. Right here, you have the cream of the classes to get you going faster. So, Shivam, does that answers your question? Really quick, I just want to go over that just to get you going. Because many people, when I show them those videos, they said, "Yeah, it's updated, it's outdated. It only changes two things, and it gets easier." So, other than that, we're coming back down to this area. Alex, how is it on your end, my friend? What are you looking at?
Good, man. Yeah, so Bitcoin's coming down to my key area right now. Just waiting for structure, really. So in an environment like this, what I'm typically looking for is a couple of confluences, clearly into one of my pink box key areas. I would like to see the sweep of this low still at 121,430. Okay, so that's still on my wish list, I guess you would say. Clearly bearish divergence up at the highs here, right? Your breakdown yesterday, your retest into our sell wall from this morning. I didn't short here, unfortunately. However, has dumped since. Quite a nice dump, really. And really coming back for late longs, right? I mean, up only into Sunday and Monday. You know, you could see exhaustion in the price action. It's not. Oh, this thing. Sometimes, man, the object tree is so shit on TradingView, bro. Look, it won't even let me highlight over here now. Okay. Okay, resetting. New chart. Coming back over. Thank you, TradingView. Even with TradingView with the indicators, they can't even handle them sometimes. It's so funny. It's TradingView is just misbehaving lately. All right, here we go. Look, we're cooking now, baby. Let's go. Okay, so when you've pushed up only, right? You can see we've clearly pushed up only. You don't have to be a rocket scientist, and you break structure like this. You're typically looking for a retracement. Where are you looking for retracements? Well, we look left confluence, right? So we're going to look left. We're looking for a retest back into here, really. Okay, I'm trying to hold on here is some hopium, okay? But you can see everyone getting euphoric up at the highs, right? We want to be contrarian to this. If we traded like 80% of people, we wouldn't be profitable, right? So we want to be contrarian at the highs as much as possible. And by doing that, we're able to take advantage of price action. Okay, that's key. So these two areas, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to see that, are kind of on my radar right now. I keep scalping this thing up and down all around. So for me, understanding that, hey, we're rolling over here, we can come much lower, is very important for me to understand. When looking here, you can see that we do have a big order block down in here as well for us to come and sweep. So I'm interested down in here for that retest of previous highs, right? One thing that I stress is, we can take longs and up only, right? And that's how I crushed it yesterday. But really, we're taking profits when price, okay, so price goes like this, right? It shoots up super straight, right? Then price starts to chill out. Once we get into this kind of area for this, I know that I'm still taking longs, but I'm taking profits a lot more aggressive, right? Because this is very overextended. Okay, when price is overextended, it tells me, hey, dummy, pay attention here. We could be coming back down. And the threat is up only, right? Oh, everybody buy. And then all of a sudden, down you go, right? So the other threat is that when you're in this euphoric kind of pumping area, they take the elevator down. They don't just go down softly, okay? They take the elevator down. Which means if you're long in here, you're absolutely getting liquidated, okay? If you're not using good risk management, which we do teach here, okay? So for me, it's understanding where are our bounce levels, where can price react, waiting for structure to develop. And if structure can develop in these areas, then I'm looking for trades. Otherwise, I should be shorting, right? So if this, then that. So right now, I'm on hands. I'm out of my trade. I took a Solana long down in here because Solana was bouncing quite nicely out of my green box area. I have already paid myself. Okay, Solana bounced out of here. I made $300, and I'm gone. I'm running away, right? And these are the things that I do. Okay, now we're sweeping that low. This is an interesting area. Can we push out and up and go, right? Another thing that I use is I use the NASDAQ. Okay, so the NASDAQ here has been telling the story quite literally lately. Okay, does the NASDAQ look like it's done dropping? No. So should I be trading it? Should I be longing? Probably not, right? So these are the things that me personally, I take into consideration when I'm trading Bitcoin price action. Okay, like for me, I have to be prepared. Look, SFP. Now, can we bounce and reclaim and go? If not, it's coming lower, right? I don't take the trade until I have confirmation. If I get confirmation, then I can jump in the trade. If not, I stay the heck out of the way, right? I don't want to be market maker food. I don't know how you would put it. Easy liquidity, retail liquidity, right? Don't want to be retail liquidity. Let's put it that way. I do not want to be the guy who's just here holding the bag, right? But this is a bounce level. Can we bounce out of here? Most likely. Will we bounce? We'll see, right? Like for me, I'm contrarian right now. I know we're in an uptrend. I know it's bullish right now. I should be aware of that, right? Not gonna lie, I just took a Solana scalp again, based on that bounce. That's why you didn't see my mouse. But I mean, I was waiting for this all live stream, and OC passes me the torch when it's actually doing the move. I just long Solana right now again.
Oh,
And
sorry,
guess what?
brother.
I've already taken profits. Okay. No. You're good, man. You're good. I mean, I'm quick with it. That's why I'm a scalper. But see, I'm up $400 already. I just entered down at the low here. Okay. Stop loss to entry. I mean, we're getting paid while getting paid. You know, this is why we love trading, right? Because you're learning from people who trade the market. That's the thing. Is OC trades the market, I trade the market. He's got FOMO now. He's like, how the fuck this guy just make $450, right? And that's okay, OC. You'll get there. You'll get a confirmation. Dynamic reactor will come tomorrow. You'll be up $400. But for me, I'm up now.
Let's go.
'Cause I'm going golfing, baby. I'm going golfing, man. So setting the trap, trading the liquidity sweep, looking for the bounce, stop loss to entry, risk management on point. Okay. And that's it, right? It's very, very easy if you're patient, right? You got to be patient for this thing. You got to let it play out, right? And for me right now, we're just chilling now. Now we're stop loss to entry. We caught the low, maybe. Who knows if we caught the low? I don't care. I've paid myself, right? So that's how I trade. So now I'm looking for a momentum break and some higher highs and higher lows. I can re-enter on structure, right? So I can re-enter if we take this, all right? Like I was looking for the SFP here, swing failure pattern if you're new here. So now we look for the high to be broken and then the retest. I can get long again, okay? That's the next idea. So now I've traded this idea. I've made some money. We'll see if it wants to go up. If it doesn't go up, who cares, right? So if this, then that. Now, this is how I trade Solana and Bitcoin, right? I know that Bitcoin is at a very critical bounce level, right? So if I want a little bit more leverage, a little bit more play, then I'll go and I'll trade Solana, right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy, as we say, right? So for me right now, Bitcoin's breaking down. So we can just simply draw this easy trend line. We can see that we have lots of order blocks and lots of liquidity for us to come and take. Okay, so there's a very good potential for price to move up. Does it have to do it here? No. Does that mean I long here? No. It just means that, you know what? Look, I just got stopped out. $450. Who cares? Okay? That means there's a high potential for this to bounce here. Is it bouncing fully? No. So, look, I'm waiting again. Okay? But I took my money and I ran, right? And you have to trade your strategy. Just like OC said, like if you're trading your signals here and you got this thing set, okay, your number is different than my number, right? And the confluence on that, right? You can see mine. I trade on the 3-minute. Okay, downtrend, I know I'm only looking at the sells. Uptrend, I know I'm only looking at the buys. Okay, very simple. Okay, trend is going to be your friend if you're using the signal machine. Okay, trend is always your friend. So right now, look, you got the sell here this morning. Well, guess what? Down we went. Right. So if this, then that. Patience is key. Okay, so what are we looking for now? I think pullbacks are for buying. That's what I'm looking to DCA into some of my altcoins that I hold right now. We'll see. I'd like a little bit lower if I'm being honest. I'd like to see a bigger dump, like come down to 120. Oh baby, we cooking, right? So having a plan, trading a plan, taking profits along the way. If we're looking at Bitcoin, right? And we're objective here. Where are we looking to come? Well, I think we're coming to retest 120,500. 120,000, right? Does that mean we're going to do it today? Maybe not. What typically happens with these pumps is there's always a fresh serving of humble pie, right? You see right here? Up only, up only, up only, dump on your head. Okay? Up only, up only, up only, dump on your head. Dump on your head. Dump on your head. Okay? Is it worth the squeeze? We'll see, right? We'll see. And that's not to say that we can't bounce from here. I'm just saying be aware of these moves. This is where you make the money. Because what we do have, if we're looking at this old structure, right? This is the same time. So this is September to October here. We get a break-ish structure. We get a retest and continuation up. Okay? So dips are for buying, right? Because we have that confirmation here. Okay, so if we look at where we're at now, right? We get rid of this. We have the break-ish structure here. Okay, here's your break-ish structure here. You can turn on your market structure indicator here. It'll show you beautiful green candles. Okay. Dips might be for buying. Okay. Even if we come down in here, dips still are for buying. Okay, because market structure suggests that we're continuing upwards here. If this, then that. So a prepared trader is a profitable trader. For me right now, if we look at our previous, let me throw that back on here. If we look at our previous run for our example, right? And go all the way back to this guy. Oh, where are we here? Yeah. Right here. All right. And we look at this here. Right? Break a structure. Off we go, right? Dips are for buying. Do I care if I buy here or here or here? No, not really. Right? I would actually prefer to buy here and to buy here and to buy here, because then I'm paid really fast. I like getting paid quickly, as you can tell, right? I got paid and I'm out, you know. And then I leave the runner, and if it runs, it runs. If it doesn't run, guess what? I take another trade, right? I get paid. That's my job, is to get paid, to make money, right? Not to think about trading. Okay, so I can wait for confirmation of structure change here. So for me, I can go in here and look at price action here. And I can be objective, right? And I can say that, hey, we've broken structure to the downside here. We're rolling over. I have some key levels of support, right? Do I care if I get long here or here or here? If this thing is going up to Valhalla? No, I don't. So you take scalps in between, and then you can take swing trades as you go. I think that's the key. Sol is long. Sorry, I missed that. I longed Sol and I paid myself, and I'm out of the trade now. Okay, you see, no trade. Quick $400. But I was trading the SFP. Okay, no trade right now. Still waiting. Can it bounce? We'll see. NASDAQ says no. NASDAQ continues to dump. Okay? NASDAQ continues to dump. An easy way to get onto this trend here. Okay, so we're in a key area. We're looking for a bounce. Shorter term time frame. In discount. Looking to rotate back up to equilibrium. VWAP, order block, all that stuff. Lots of liquidity to come back to. V-shaped recovery, very much a possibility today. V-shaped recovery, I don't care if we recover and get long here. Okay, confirmation. So a little bit of patience right now. We'll see. We've swept these lows. I like this sweep. I've taken the SFP. That means I'm not taking any more trades unless we change structure on like a 3-minute time frame, which means we have to close. We have to close above this high. So I have to see price get above that high, retest, and go. Break of that high. So I'm sitting on hands right now. So, I mean, as price presents itself, I have the idea, I have the trade set up, and I wait. I mean, you make the money in between trades. That's where you make the money, waiting. You don't make money thinking. Trading is not an action sport. It's not something that you're doing. Okay? This is some people think they have to be trading to be traders. You do not. You have to be waiting, setting your trap, making a plan, managing your risk. And by waiting for that to come to you with your plan, with your risk management, with your idea, and then you execute with good risk management over and over again. There's no reason to rush. You won't make money if you're rushing or if you think you need to be in a trade. If you didn't short like here, you're not trading it, right? You should be looking for longs now, but you want to wait for structure to tell you, hey, we're going up now, right? Target order block. Very simple, right? Retest the previous lows. Is the NASDAQ bouncing? It's trying, right? Is the SPY bouncing? Not really. Is ETH bouncing? Not really. Key level on ETH though, 478. We'll see. Right? Sweeping these lows. Look at that. Falling off a cliff. Ethereum. Vitalik Buterin. My God.
Let's go.
Poor Vitalik. Vitalik looks like this right now, OC.
No more Halloween custom.
No more Halloween costume, bro. And if you made money today and you've shorted this thing, go play golf. Right?
Let's go.
Because right now it's just down only. Big old dump. Trading is waiting. We wait now. Wait for confirmation of structure. Otherwise, we continue downwards. Your key level is below, as I said before. Okay. We're in one right now. Okay, that's one. Here's two. Here's three. And you're in one right now, and I'll share that with you guys. But that's what it's about. And if you have key levels of altcoins and you're looking for the pullbacks, today might be an opportunity.
Let's go.
What do you think, OC?
Well, I think that I'm looking also for buying opportunities. We need to be a little bit cautious right now. On the 4 hours, we might not be seeing it right at this point, but I'm going into something like the 30 minutes. By the way, Gary is asking, hey, Solana long right now, he mentioned. Let me bring up my Solana chart right here. Let's go, because I had a stopped out on Solana. I mean, that happens, right? We entered out into a long yesterday on Solana, looking to get a trade out of a trend line. And where is Solana? Here it is. So we have a trend line in here. We were still above the zero line in here. Remember, this was a danger 1 quarter of an entry. So we were taking the risk in here, and we knew it could fail, but we were into a solid support area with this support and resistance. It seems like it went down, stopped out. That's fine. Not even chance to come back up and move our stop to entry. It is the first one of the week. That's fine. But we'll move into the next area. So right now we are on the next support, and we don't quite have our flip of the ribbon. I would say wait for one more candle or to see if we have the next bounce. If we have the next bounce, you long it from here to the next area of resistance, and then you do your analysis once again. If we do this and then come back down, you're going to be shorting from here to there. Or if we stay above, we go higher, and then we come back down, most likely we're going to continue upwards. So here, if you want to long in here, I would say that you would need to go somewhere like the 15 minutes or even lower to catch a little bounce out of this and make the and be able to read the structure out of it. But so far, I mean, that's all that we got. I was looking also at Aero. Aero, just as we took some profits, move our stop to entry. Today we got stopped out at profits, and I'm looking for another re-entry, this time 1/2 of an entry instead of 1/4. I'm feeling a little more secure on the market at this point, having this retracement, and our next entry is going to be at 1.039. Remember, we're looking for the flip of the ribbon and the continuation upwards in here. Even if we get a little bit of that bearish low areas, well, as we're coming back up, that's where we're going to be taking it. Another areas that I'm looking for is Jasmy. Jasmy crossing over the trend line in here. Great. We're getting closer to another area of support. Let me bring this up really quickly where I got it. And come on. Where was it? Here it is. It was our area of smart money entry. So let me bring it up in here. There it is. Right there, that's where we're getting to. That's the next alert. So we're going to be looking for a possible rejection somewhere between 0.123 and 0.120. So keep your eyes open for that one. Might be a quick one. Remember, this is not going to Valhalla trade. This is just to get another very nice in the middle of the week trade, right? So just like this breakout retest, maybe continuation downwards. We'll see how that evolves on Jasmy. Remember, Jasmy, it is a meme coin. Other than that, we'll see that rejection on the support on Bitcoin. And well, then we need to wait. Right now, we are on our first area of support. I need to wait for my flip of the ribbon and, well, my re-entry, as I have both the flip of the ribbon and my volume matrix ramping back up. How did you spot the smart money entries on Jasmy? I can do it in anything else. Let me do it somewhere else so you can see it from scratch. And let's go to Uni. So here it is. If I turn on my Market Dynamics Pro, where I have, this is a trick, my volume profile, I can read something that is kind of a smart money or a dump money areas. Because what is it? Before I show you, let me ask you a question. What is the characteristic of smart money? Smart money, let's just say that it's just a little bunch of people that has more money than you and I, right? And they aim that money for one single trade, one direction, right? Let's just say that I have a multi-million company and me, myself, right, or my company is buying, I don't know, $2 million worth of Uni, right? And I'm longing it. So it's myself longing from this area to this area, all right? What is the difference with retail? Retail altogether collectively have more money overall than those $2 million, right? Collectively, but not independently. Independently, we are all over the place, all right? Like, for example, I'm longing, you're shorting, right? Alex is also longing, I don't know, Senpai shorting, and we're just fighting all over the place, all right? This comes very important because we understand, while understanding the characteristics of a smart money entry and a dump money entry or a retail money entry, right? It's going to be, well, when you understand those characteristics, you can read them out of the chart. Very important. When you turn on your VRVP, you get to your right the same volume, all right, the volume VRVP that you get on, or very close to the same volume that you get on TradingView, like this one here, all right? You see that we have a spike, we have a spike, we have a spike, we have a spike in here, all right? You get the same overall volume right there. So what is it so important? To my left, I get what for me it's the most important part, which is the disparity. What is the disparity? Basically, you and I not coinciding. All right. So I'm looking for low volume, and this is not low disparity, but look at this: low volume, low disparity. This means that people are not fighting for this area. It means that whoever bought or sold in here, it was aiming at the same zone or the same target. And it was bigger volume that I could buy myself or I could sell myself, but still not big enough to be retail volume, if that makes sense. So what I'm looking for, it is almost no disparity with low volume. All right. So for example, let's go and check this one out, or look at this. This is a smart money entry right here. And why, or how do I measure that? Well, then I just prolong a box like this.
Beautiful.
And I see, what is it? Oh, you gotta go. Sorry.
Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful. I thought
no.
I gotta go. And then right here, I see, hey, they dumped the market. So next time I get here, I know they're gonna dump the market once again. All right. So the same thing I do here. For example, this is not a smart money entry because yes, it's low disparity, but the volume is big. All right. So I want those two small, like for example, right here. This is a smart money entry right here. And to be honest, all these three are smart money entries. And if I go back in time, you see that right here, it's where the smart money entries bought the thing. All right. So hopefully that clears that question. So I'm looking for smart money entry because I cannot guarantee that it's a smart money entry. All right. I can guarantee that it has the same characteristics of what a market maker does, if that makes sense. And thank you for that. Thank you. In fact, here it is. Dagat just pushed the video on how to use the VRVP. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for joining. The time it's over. But guys,
Have a wonderful day, everybody.
have a wonderful day. And as always, see you guys tomorrow.